So, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Sana po ay nasa mabuti tayong kalagayan ngayon. And gusto po namin magpasalamat sa pag-attend nyo ngayon sa webinar natin. And sa mga nag-attend po before, maraming salamat po. Kung nakikita niyo po kami, mag-say hi lang kayo sa comment dyan, sa chat box dyan sa baba. Or you can say kung saan lugar kayo galing, so we will acknowledge you. Okay? I think we will just wait for a few minutes before we'll start. Yeah, because we know Filipinos, we have our own Filipino time. So yeah, but we will just wait for just a few minutes.
I heard about this famous Filipino time.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing, right? No. Okay. So just letting you know po na before we start, you can email us through the I think we will put the email address in the chat box. Yeah, so yeah, our technical team is putting the email address in our chat box now. And if you have any question, you can also type in the comment box. Yes? Okay. So why don't we start now? Okay, so again, thank you very much. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. As you can see, I have a lot is yeah. So we've got two guests here, and they will introduce themselves later. So for tonight's webinar, I will be joined by Liam, for sure you already know him for those who attended before. So Liam is saying hi. Yes, and we have special guests who will be talking about jobs that's available on their company. Yes. So just to give you a quick rundown of the topic for discussion for tonight. So Liam will be discussing about the visa extension.
Correct.
Yeah, and new work visas.
That's right.
Yeah, and accreditation.
Accreditation.
Yes. Okay. And also for the two guys here, two gentlemen, they will be talking about the good news. For sure, our fellow kababayan will be happy to know about the good news that there are like new roles that they're looking for. So it's a job opportunity for everyone. So on our last webinar, we had like question and answer. So that's gonna be the same for tonight. So these two gentlemen can answer questions from you about job opportunities, and Liam will answer about the visas.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so before anything else, I would like to ask these two gentlemen to please introduce yourselves. Please.
Welcome along, guys.
Excellent. Thank you very much for having us. Hello, kia ora. My name is Jareth Hudson. I'm the Senior Consultant for Law Max here in Auckland. I run the on-hire division here in Auckland. Been in the recruitment industry for 8 years now. So yeah, a wee while there. Across both UK and now the New Zealand market. I've been in charge of the labour hire division here in Auckland since September 2018. So yeah, been a quick 2.5 years there.
Auckland's home now.
Yes, yes it is. Yes it is. If you didn't get by the accent, I'm not familiar. But yeah, look, we're really excited to be here with Liam, Kat, and obviously my colleague Derek. So excited to talk about some of the roles tonight.
Yes.
So thanks, Kat, Liam, and Jareth. Yes, my name is Derek, and I'm a consultant from Max Recruitment. Been with the company since 2016, so we're hitting that 5-year mark. I do work alongside with my colleague here, Senior Consultant Jareth Hansen. Sa lahat po ng ating mga kababayan, thank you po for tuning in. Sana po itong webinar nito maging daan po para kayo magkaroon ng magandang oportunidad, lalo na po dito sa New Zealand. Welcome po.
And Liam, would you like to give a brief?
Sure.
Yes.
Look, again, welcome and kumusta po, everyone. My name is Liam. For those that don't know me, I'm one of the immigration advisors here at Working In. Just a quick recap on myself. I've been based in Southeast Asia for the last 13 years. So I've just returned home and really excited also to be working as part of this team. I've worked as an immigration advisor and an immigration officer. So some people hate me and some people love me. But that insight does give us quite a bit of an advantage in terms of processing and thinking of immigration in New Zealand. So it's good to be able to give those those insights to our team and to our partners. Really excited tonight. As you probably know, these are our first guests. So welcome along, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
And yeah, look, really excited to listen to some of the opportunities that you've got for our viewers.
Okay, thank you, guys. So just to give you a quick background of our company again, although we've been mentioning that on our previous webinar. So our company is called Working International Visas, and we are also the owner of Pinoy Visas NZ. So if you are here in Ponsonby, Auckland, you can come and say hi because we are friendly people here. Okay. So Liam, would you like to start with discussing about the visa extension?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Look, the most important thing to understand about the extensions is that there are people who are holding employer-assisted visas who are getting extensions, although they have to be their visas have to be expiring between the 1st of January and the 1st of July. A lot of people already know about this, which is why we've talked about it, but they're also asking us, when are we going to get it? When are we going to get it? Look, what we've been advised by Immigration New Zealand at the moment is that people will be getting a formal notification by email in March. So it is important that everyone understands that they haven't actually been confirmed yet.
Yeah.
So that's really what I wanted to touch base about, because we get so many inquiries about who does it apply to, who doesn't it apply to, and when does it come through. So yeah.
Okay, so I'll just translate what Liam said about the visa extension. So he mentioned about those who got extended for 6 months. So those visas expiring, or employer-assisted visas expiring.
Plus their partners and their dependents.
Yes, that's starting January 1st to 20.
Expiring.
Expiring January 1st until July 1st, 2021. Yeah. So yung mga visa po ng mga mag-expire ng 1st January until 1st of July. Will be extended for those who got like employer-assisted visas,
such as essential
skills, and also
special work visas
at yung mga partner,
work to residence,
work to residence, and also partner.
Not partner.
Not partner, or dependents.
The partners and dependents.
The partner and dependents.
Not partnership-based visas.
Yeah.
So it's really just employers.
Okay. So, sorry po, nilito ko po ata kayo, pero employer-assisted pala siya. That's expiring 1st of January to 1st of July. Yeah. And madami ding nagtatanong daw, maraming nagtatanong actually about sa kung kailan ibibigay ng immigration yung extension. So, as per our knowledge and as per Liam's, so he, sabi po niya na ibibigay ng immigration by March.
In March.
In March. Yes. Okay. So how about are we going for accreditation?
Look, another big topic at the moment is employer accreditation. I know a lot of people that are here today are really on the other side of this policy. But the reason I wanted to talk about it is because we, of course, have seen a lot of chat and a lot of talk about accreditation. So for those that don't know, I'll go through the basics. A new visa regime, work visa regime, will be coming in mid this year. There will be 3 types of accreditation, depending on how many people or how many migrants a company is holding or supporting. All companies and organizations need to be accredited if they're looking at supporting migrants. That goes from, one-person companies and organizations right through to government departments. So it's really important for people who are on visas or looking to extend or apply for visas to make sure that after mid this year, their employer is able to support them, because it's quite a big change. This is the biggest change that's happened since the start of the skilled migrant category, which I believe was 2003 or 2002. Don't quote me, please.
I think we just got ours. We just got our accreditation.
So look, for those that are viewing, understand that this change will come in place around about the mid of this year. So have those conversations with your employers, and if they're not aware of that, they haven't started, contact us.
Yes. So, translate ko lang po yung sinabi ni Liam. So, sa new work visa and employer accreditation, so, mid this year may mga changes na mangyayari about sa pag-apply ng new work visa, and may mga types ng accreditation na kailangan nilang gawin, pero depende yan sa kung gaano kadami ng tao na ini-employ nila sa company nila. So, yun yung mga dapat tandaan daw ninyo and pag-isipan ninyo. So, sabi niya na kung nasa sa inyo kung kakausapin nyo yung employer nyo about this one, or...
Yeah, look, just ensure your employer is accredited, and just as the boys have said, they've just got their accreditation. So, really, maybe you guys can expand on that.
Yes.
I'd love to. It wasn't me who did it. I couldn't take credit for it. I know. Actually, look, it was a very stringent process, and rightfully so. And we're very lucky and very happy to have had the accreditation. Actually, so it was a lot of work went in behind the scenes to get that. So
Okay, awesome. So thank you, Liam, for that one, for explaining about the visa extension and also the accreditation and new work visas. For sure, our kababayan are like so eager to know about it, and hopefully it's really fruitful for you. So you can now relax. I'll go for ask these two gentlemen So Jared and Derek, would you like to discuss about the new opportunities and also the projects that you had?
Yeah. So what we're going to do, I'll just sort of talk through some of the projects we have, and then my colleague Derek will translate it for our viewers. So look, it's a very exciting start to the year. I think we had a lot of things were up in the air last year with COVID, but we've had a really strong January in our first 2 weeks back. So we've got opportunities in various different sectors. So firstly, civils infrastructure. We're working across some very exciting landmark projects. From the civil side, we're looking at Hanua Pipe, Snells Beach and St Mary's Bay, which are big landmark projects, water care. There was a lot of news in the New Zealand market about upgrading the sort of water care and the distribution of that. So we've been a part of those projects for the best part of 18 months, and we've got some new projects now coming up as those ones start to finish in the next few months. So it's an exciting time in that space. Just other civils projects more on the structures side. We've got the Mangere Bridge project, which is an exciting sort of landmark.
Drive around there.
Yeah. It's looking good. It's looking good. They've sadly they're going to get rid of the old bridge, which has been there for I think it's one of the oldest bridges.
It's about 90 years or something. Yeah,
Wow.
It's been there for a while.
Yeah.
So good New Zealand building there. So they're removing that one, and they're building a new Mangere Bridge there, which is going to be exciting, and it's going to be walkable. So you can actually walk along, which would be a really nice view of the water there. We've also got the P2P electrification project, and CRL, City Rail Link, and also the Puanui Station upgrade. So those are just some of the other civils infrastructure outside of those water care projects that we're involved with at the moment. Other sectors, we have the Kainga Ora and high-end private residential developments from the residential side. So a lot of our workers are involved from the ground up, so the foundations right the way through to the finishing work. So lots of opportunity for the guys to have a full understanding of New Zealand construction and New Zealand building. And also on the commercial side, landmark projects again, NZICC and Auckland Airport. We're down at Auckland Airport as well at the moment, helping with Air New Zealand to redo their distribution centre. So I'll let Derek try before I go off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jared. Mga kababayan, gaya po ng sinabi ni Jared, lahat po ng mga proyekto na involved po ang RAB Lomax ay mga landmark infrastructure. Nakikita niyo po yan. Una dyan yung NZICC, New Zealand International Convention Center. Yan yung pinakamalaki sa Auckland. Pangalawa, alam natin na may shortage dito sa New Zealand, yung mga housing. Kaya kami we work closely dito sa Kainaora o alam niyo yun, Housing New Zealand at Kiwibuild. Nagsusupply po kami ng mga manpower doon. At alam niyo rin po na itong CRL, ina-update yung mga rail infrastructure. Gaya nung may maganda tayong Pukekohe to Papakura, ini-extend na po nila yung rail transit doon na ito'y talagang makakatulong sa infrastruktura ng Auckland. At alam natin, may sinasabi si Jared yung Hunua, St. Mary's Bay, yun yung mga proyekto po na tinatawag na water care kung saan ina-update po yung drainage system po ng Auckland. Malalaking proyekto po ito mga kabayan. At ang kagandahan po nito mga kababayan ay lahat po na nagtatrabaho dito, majority, mga Pilipino po. At naghahanap pa po sila ng mga kababayan na makakatulong sa mga proyektong ito. Kaya sana po itong mga proyekto na to na nananawagan po kami na we have opportunities available po. Thank you.
Yeah, so thanks, Derek. So look, all of these roles, I think it's important to say, are not just carpentry roles. So we're involved in all facets of the project, all parts of the project. So we've got opportunities for those sort of excavator operators, skilled guys, to come in at the beginning part of the project and do all the foundation works, and then going into the next part with really solid construction workers. Carpenters to come in and build from the ground up. So there's opportunities on both sides. Look, I think one of the things I'm really proud of, and something we've done at Rob Law Max, was our migrant workers were actually picked to be a part of a specially trained TBM carpentry crew. So they were trained and handpicked by one of our clients, and they were able to travel around New Zealand on various different projects. Not just big hours and all those sort of things. They had extra extra bonuses, accommodation, travel allowances, experiences. Yeah, just to see a different part of the country. Which I know the guys really loved, and it was something that we built together, partnering with our clients, and to give these guys that opportunity. And I'm proud to say that they're still a partner. They've got their next project due pretty soon. So yeah.
I'm just going to simplify that just para maintindihan ng ating mga kababayan. So mga kababayan, yung gaya ng sinasabi ni Jared na itong mga proyekto na sinabi namin at trabaho ay mga long term po ito. So at saka narinig niyo po yung sinabi ni Jared na meron kaming specialized crew na involved po sa mga proyekto na ito, na pag natapos ng proyektong ito, pupunta po sila dun sa susunod na proyekto. So nakaka-travel po sila. Magandang opportunity din po ito para ma-expose din tayo sa New Zealand construction at yung kultura po ng New Zealand. So doon makikita natin na nabavalue kayo ng mga proyekto na papahalagaan po kayo.
I'd just finally like to add a quick point on that. One of the things we've done here at Rob Law Max is we've really focused on growing our client relationships, understanding the intricate details of their business, and what that has done is build a stronger relationship and good longer term opportunities for our guys.
Stability.
Stability. We don't want guys finishing at one project and going to another. We want them in their business. We want them to be a part of their business, and we want them to feel a part of their business.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds diverse.
Yeah.
Sounds exciting.
I know it's exciting. So for sure, I mean, our kababayans will be so happy to apply to any opportunities that you have, guys, because it looks like you've got it looks like you've got really good project. It's really big and
Familiar.
And as Derek said, there's a lot of Filipinos who are working there, and our kababayans normally like to work with our co-Filipinos because we understand each other. And I'm sure Derek knows about it.
We can have lunch together.
I was going to say, we dropped the odd chicken adobo to the side.
See, he knows about the chicken adobo. This is good. Yes.
And the kare.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much, Jared and Derek. Yes. So guys, if you want to apply for the any job that you wanted to apply on your company, we will be posting their website in the chat box. Yes. And also, if they want to contact you for the job,
yeah, if you'd like to get in touch with us, you get in touch with our lovely Jessa, who keeps us in line anyway. So yeah, if you can send it through to her email address, which is jessanaya@roblawmax.co.nz, which will be on there. And if you could just note JAH 70652 in the subject line of your CV, that would be fantastic.
We will put it in the chat box. Don't worry, guys. Yeah. Okay, so since I started asking questions anyway, why don't we just go to the questions that our audience has been asking? So I I think what we're gonna do is we will pick the questions that most of them are asking. So I'll start with Liam. This is for you, Liam. Are you ready?
Yes.
So ako po ay nababayaran, ang sahod ko po ay 26 as a carpenter. Maaari ko bang makakakuha ba ako ng 3 years work visa and masusupport ko pa ang dependent ko? So the guy is asking because he's on 26 rate right now and he's a carpenter. He's asking if he can renew his, he can get 3 years work visa. And also, can he support his dependents? And also, he's asking for residency.
Okay, so I wish immigration was very simple and then I could answer that with one answer. In short, yes.
Yes.
The reason I say in short is because it really depends on quite a number of different factors as to whether they can. But in terms, if we're looking at it in the scope or in the sphere of income threshold, yes.
Yes.
He can apply for a 3-year work visa, can support dependents, and can apply for residence. However, this wouldn't apply to the current accreditation process, which is the the talent accredited employer category, which has a higher threshold. So, in the context of income, yes.
Okay. So, translate ko lang po mga kabayan. So, ang sagot niya is yes. Makakakuha kayo ng 3 years work visa and then you could maaari niyo i-support ang dependent ninyo. And yes for residency but depending on
the category.
So if you want to know more about your residency, you can just contact us and our licensed immigration advisors will be happy to check your check it for you. Yeah. Okay, so we've got questions for the two guys here. Maaari niyo po bang i-support ang visa kung nakuha ako sa trabaho? So they're asking if you can support them for their visa if they got the job.
Again, in short, yes. Definitely. Yes, we will support visas, but not just a variance of different visas. So if you've got new visas or if you're after, a new working visa, that's something that we'll definitely support. As well as that, if I know there are a few guys that I've spoken to in the market that have been nervous. They've had only a few months left. So just know that we will support you through that process with our partners here and get you a new visa. Also, if you've had a new visa and you're not happy with your current employer, definitely get in touch with us. We will support variations as well. So yeah, no, in short, definitely.
Yes, definitely yes.
Mga kabayan, sa madaling salita, in short, opo. So hindi lang po variation, pati new visa po. Na siguro marami sa inyo nakaka-relate po dito na yung kinakabahan kayo na may expired ng visa ko, anong gagawin ko? Huwag po kayong mag-alala dahil yung ang working in at Pinoy visa, tutulong po yan with partnering with them. Yung mga ganyang sitwasyon, hindi po bagong bagay sa amin yan. Marami na po kaming success stories na natulungan namin yung mga aming kababayan na nagawa ng paraan po.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, they're really nice. I want to work with them. Yes. Okay. So let's go to the third question. This is for you, Liam.
Sure.
So excavator operator po ako at ang Southwest 28. Pwede po bang i-renew ang visa ko? So he's an excavator operator and his pay rate is 28. Can he renew his visa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, so
Of course, there's lots of things that need to be met in terms of criteria, but I think what this person is trying to ask is that skill level of that occupation. Perhaps that's
yeah,
what I'm
probably.
getting.
Yes.
Plus that pay rate,
Yeah.
would that get him,
Like can he renew?
a longer visa?
Yes.
And if that's where the question is coming from,
Yeah.
then yes.
Yes. So, positive po yung sagot ni Liam, kuya. So, si kuyang nagtatanong. So, yes daw po. Pwede mong i-renew yung visa mo. Yes.
Yeah.
Kung yung tanong mo is, dahil nag-aalala ka dahil na excavator operator ka, which is, excavator is no skill before, right? Before. Yes. Pero, sa ngayon pwede kasi 28 daw because he's 28 already, so he can
Yeah,
get
just a little
longer
bit
visa.
hard to understand the objective of the question, but if it's just straight $28, okay, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, depende sa sitwasyon siguro yung kung ano yung question mo. Pero kung straight kwan lang yung tanong mo daw, yes daw yung sagot. Okay. I hope I translated that right. Okay, so let's go to our, I think this is a fourth question. I'm going to ask this to Jared and Derek. So, meron po bang mga jobs na outside Auckland and Wellington? So, I think they discussed that a while ago, but yes.
Yeah. Look, obviously our two main offices are situated here in Auckland and also in Wellington, which is headed up by my colleague Warden Shaw, who's a good guy, even though he's a Chelsea football fan. We'll look past that. We also have our offices in Lower Hutt and the Kapiti Coast. Just because we're situated in these areas, we have projects across the country. And just for going back to the comment I made earlier about our specialist crew, we actually adjusted their visas. So if they were, they could just work in the North Island, we actually adjusted and variated their visas so they could go to different projects. So that we've got a good relationship with our clients, and we don't like to turn down work. So yeah, we've got opportunities all over the country.
Mga kababayan, isi-simplify ko lang po yung sinabi ni Jared. So, kasi marami po sa inyo siguro nag-iisip, ang Roblomax, nasa Auckland, Wellington lang yan. For example, nasa Tauranga ako, nasa Hokitika ako, Christchurch. Hindi po kami limitado sa mga opportunity all around New Zealand. Yung nga pong halimbawa na sinabi ni Jared na may mga proyekto kami, actually sa South Island, we have a project there. Ang ginagawa po namin, kung nasa South Island kayo, for example, certain particular area ng South Island, meron po kaming proyekto doon, pwede po namin kayo matulungan. Kailangan namin i-align lang yung visa nyo doon po sa certain area po na yun. So, kasi all over New Zealand, meron po kaming proyekto at nangangailangan po sila ng tao.
I would just like to add that the main areas will definitely be Auckland and Wellington. Both areas are booming. There's a lot of work here and a lot of infrastructure stuff. But yeah, outside as well.
Pero of course, ang opportunity, alam niyo naman, hindi lingid sa inyo, or you're very aware na yung infrastructure po sa Auckland at Wellington, nagbo-boom po talaga. Kaya nandun po lahat din ng majority ng projects po.
Okay, thank you guys again. Okay, so fifth question for Liam.
Yes.
So I can kung hindi pa ako makahanap ng employer na magbibigay ng 2550, ano pong mangyayari sa akin? So the guy is asking if he cannot find an employer that will give him 2550 as a wage, what will happen to him?
What will happen to him? Okay, if I look at it in the way that if this person is talking about what will happen to him after his visa finishes and the employer continues to keep them on a wage that's lower than 2550, it's very likely that the next visa, if approved, would only be 12 months. So, you know, really, the market at the moment is asking for 25.50.
Yes.
There's an expectation by employees, and I believe that employees already know that.
Yeah.
And you know, I guess that your guys are, you know, that's what you understand also.
Yeah.
So, for this person, I would say discuss this with your employer, or get in touch with employers who can who can consider that for you.
Yes. Yeah, and we don't know when is visa expiring. Kuya, sana nilagay mo yung one. No, I'm just kidding.
A little bit more information.
Yeah, little bit information.
No.
Pero ang sagot po ni Liam is, ano yun, depende daw sa, yung question mo kasi is a very broad. So, kung yung expire ng visa mo, kung based sa expire ng visa mo, maaari ka lang mabigyan ng 12 months.
Or less than.
Or less
it won't be 3 years, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Hindi 3 years for sure. And so ang sabi ni Liam is, it's either kakausapin mo yung employer mo or maghanap ng, magbibigay ng 25. Yeah. Okay. Next question would be for Jared and Derek again. So, nag-accept po ba kayo ng mga applicants na walang experience pero willing ma-train? So, they're asking if you accept applicants with no experience but are willing to be trained.
Okay. Look, I think first and foremost, we believe that everyone deserves a chance. And I'm a firm believer that attitude and willingness to learn is always very important. Look, the realities, and Liam touched on, the reality of the situation is for us to sponsor a variation or a new work visa, we would need to see some relevant experience. So if we're looking into an operator, then we would need to see some of that excavation operation experience. And the same goes for carpentry. We need to see a bit of that experience there. However, I do think it's important to note that if you are on an open work visa here in New Zealand, definitely feel free to get in contact with me and my colleagues, because we've had a couple of guys that way that have been really good long-term employees for us. So always interested in talking, absolutely right.
I'm just going to translate that. Si-simplify ko ulit. Yung sagot po dun sa tanong nyo, mga kuya, ang Rablomax po, I think ang aming belief na everyone deserves a chance, at as long as you have the good attitude, personality po, and the willingness to learn, we will take you in. Now, dito po sa webinar na to, ang pinag-uusapan po kasi natin yung mga variation visa po. So, halimbawa, gusto niyo maging carpenter sa industry na ito. Kailangan meron kayong ipapakitang experience, na enough experience para masuportahan po yung visa nyo. Tapos po, like sinabi rin po, operator, dapat meron pong aligned na experience po doon. Pero po, kung sabihin natin, may nanonood ngayon sa webinar, sabihin nila, open work visa ako, wala akong experience sa construction, but I'm willing to learn. Welcome po kayo. Kung sasabihin po natin na ang visa nyo, hindi po align sa construction, pero gusto nyo lumipat sa construction, tapos gusto nyo masuportahan ng visa, gusto nyo maging carpentry, but you have no carpentry experience. Let's look at the reality here. Medyo ano po yan, imposible po yan at this stage. Opo. Try it.
Yeah. He could be an immigration officer.
Slightly scared of work.
Okay. So I think this is the next question is a bit connected with the last question that these guys answered. Pwede po ba kung makakuha ng visa na walang experience? So can they get a visa without experience?
Oh, this must be the same person.
Yeah.
Look, as the guys touched base on, it's similar for a visa. Of course, in your sector or your roles, you look at your projects and competencies, whereas immigration look at the policy and the lovely ANZ code. So the answer to that is yes and no. The reason I said that is because if ANZ code says that a qualification can be used in place of experience, then you can get the visa. But if ANZCO says that you need to have work experience, a certain amount of work experience, or experience with a qualification, then it's not. So look, in general, understanding ANZCO and how ANZCO works, most occupations require some experience. There might be the odd one where it doesn't apply, but it's very, very rare.
Okay. So yes or no daw ang sagot sa tanong niyo, kuya. So I think this is based, yung yes is based on ANZCO daw. May mga ANZCO na nagsasabi na yung yung qualification is pwedeng i-replace ng work experience, or yung work experience pwedeng i-replace ng qualification. So pwede yon. So yes, kung may qualification kayo. Pero kung ang sagot niya is no. So kung ang ANZCO nagsasabi na yung work experience at yung qualification dapat magkasama sila, hindi pwede.
But if you were to get the visa, then you've got to get the job.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, okay. That's a lot of explaining. Okay. I think we're down to number 8 question. So I think this guy is from the Philippines. So makaka-apply po ba ako kung nasa Pilipinas? So they're asking if they can apply even if they're not in the Philippines.
Yes, you can. You can still apply if you're in the Philippines. I don't want to miss out on anyone who we feel could really add to our team. Look, I think it's important to mention now that these are very strange and difficult times. It's very hard. We've actually sadly got a couple of our own workers still stuck in the Philippines. So we're trying to get back. We're keeping in contact with them. They're both well, which is the main thing. But it's important to say that there are border restrictions, and yeah, we're trying to get our own guys back first, but we definitely would look at people in the Philippines. But when this changes, we would be looking to offer more people that have the relevant experience, whether they're here or whether they're overseas. We'd definitely be interested in talking to them. So yeah, please feel free to get in touch now.
So it sounds like you want to be ready for when the border goes.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we've got the work here. And we've got the opportunity. So we'd like to extend that to our family, to our friend and work.
That's great. Yeah.
Dumudugo na ilang ko.
Yeah.
It's a Filipino joke. Nose bleeding. Too much information trying to process. But okay, I'll translate that. I'll simplify that. So, opo, kung may mga nakikinig sa atin ngayon at nanonood na nasa Pilipinas, of course you can still apply. Pero tingnan ho natin yung sitwasyon ngayon, lalo na may kumakalat nitong pandemya o pandemic, na merong may mga restrictions po tayo sa government, lalo na tong yung border sarado ngayon. Pero wag po kayo mawalan ng pag-asa kasi pag nabukas po ang border ng New Zealand, maaari po namin kayong tulungan. In fact po, sa itong sitwasyon po na to, napaka-tricky po dahil meron po tayong mga kababayan, which is our workers po, na nag-holiday po sa Pilipinas, inabutan po ng lockdown. So, konting patience lang ho, at sige ho, apply at magkaroon lang ho ng pag-asa ho. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, this is my last question for Liam, hopefully. So this guy, wala po akong visa extension. Paano ko po malalaman? So I think you discussed this one, but the guy is asking because he did not get the visa extension. So how will he check that one?
Look, as I said before, immigration has sent them out. But what I will say is that if you don't get it in March or they don't get an email, we can check for them. We do offer that service, so give us a call. You know, we can do a visa or an immigration check for you as one of our services.
Yes. So sabi nga ni Liam kanina nung sa discussion niya na by March daw yung pag-release nila ng extension. Pero kung hindi nyo daw na-receive by March, meron kaming service to check. So, pwedeng i-check ng mga license immigration sa immigration and it's part of our service. So, just contact us. Okay. And last question for these two gentlemen. Yeah, finally. So, yung experience ko po ba kailangang galing New Zealand? So, they're asking, does my experience needs to be here in New Zealand?
Look, honestly, it would be more desirable if you had New Zealand experience, but we'd look at candidates that have worked in other markets, like the Middle East, for example, or Japan. You know, those two markets, I know definitely for the new guys that we've got have come in and have been a real success. So, no, look, we wouldn't pigeonhole anyone to just have New Zealand experience, but look, if you have got it, then it's going to make it a little bit easier. Because obviously New Zealand building culture has a very high standard of health and safety, and it's a little bit different even from the UK where I'm from. You know, different construction markets have different standards, so it's important, or it would be more beneficial for them to have that, but it's not the all and end all. But yeah, we would ideally, I must say, be looking for people with experience outside of the Philippines, though. I mean, experience in the Philippines is great, but having that little bit of an understanding outside of in different markets would be desirable for us as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Jared. Ta-translate ko lang po yung sinabi ni Jared. Mas maganda po na desirably na mayroon po kayong overseas experience o galing po kayo ng Middle East o Japan. Kasi po mga kababayan, kung ang experience nyo lang po sa Pilipinas, medyo limitado po yung ano nyo yung exposure nyo sa iba't ibang kultura ng construction po. Kaya gaya po dito sa New Zealand, iba ang kultura ng New Zealand construction dito. Sabihin natin, magaling kayong karpentero sa Middle East, you're a good carpenter in Middle East, Japan, ano. Eh kung sa Pilipinas lang po yung skill set nyo, dinala niyo po yung skill set nyo dito sa New Zealand, mahihirapan po kayo maka-adjust po. Pero it doesn't mean na although Philippines lang ang experience nyo, hindi po namin kayo nililimitado doon. Welcome po kayo. Pero mas madali po kayo makaka-adjust. Lalo na dito, ang focus po dito sa New Zealand construction, health and safety.
Yes. Okay. Looks like we're running out of time. So I would just quickly ask these three guys to give their closing comments, please.
Sure.
Leah?
Look, this is a very challenging time of tremendous change, huge change. And with that change and with the current situation that we're in is creating a lot of uncertainty for applicants, for employers, with visas. Look, there are things that we can do ourselves. Most people can do it themselves, but at this time and in this situation and environment, use a licensed advisor. Now, look, I know that you know, this is what we do for work, but too many times we have people come to us 1 week before a case officer is going to finish their visa, and it's most likely going to be declined. Let us help you avoid that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you, Leah. Derek?
Yes, our team here, our Pinoy Visa INZ working in crew, they'll definitely help you out with your visa tricky situation. Of course, we're in the strange times indeed, this new normal thing, and everyone's probably really worried about their situation. You know, baka sabihin ng iba, nako, ano bang gagawin ko? Who am I gonna talk to? Sino ang mga kausap ko? Ano, kumuha kayo ng licensed advisor. Don't go to hearsay. Sabi ni ganito, ganyan, sabi nito, this is what he said. Go to the right pathway. Nandito si Liam. Liam is here. Kat is here. We're here to help you.
Yes. And
Yeah, just firstly, thank you so much for inviting us on. It's been a real pleasure and a bit of an experience for us on a Thursday evening. So thank you. Yeah, I just mirroring really what Liam and Derek have said. Look, we understand these are very strange times. They're very difficult times. We hope you're all safe and well out there. But yeah, look, New Zealand is a fantastic country. It's growing, you know, exponentially. It's got a lot of investment. which means that there's a lot of projects and a lot of opportunity here for people to come and be a part of the culture. Me being from the UK, I came to New Zealand and I was very welcome from day one, and that's mirrored across across our guys as well. So look, we hope you're all safe out there. Thanks so much for being a part of this, and yeah, maybe speak soon.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
We say welcome. We say welcome in Tagalog as walang anuman. So you're welcome. Maraming salamat din.
Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat.
What means
Yes.
Thanks really for having us.
No, it's
Liam,
been
Kat.
great.
Yes.
And on behalf of
No worries.
working in, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yes. Thank you also. And we've got a lot of questions actually that's left unanswered. But if you have any questions about like recruitment or like the job opportunities, you can just email the one that Jared mentioned earlier, which is, I think it's still in the comment box. And if you have questions about the visas, please contact us, Liam, or working in. We have our details below, hopefully. Yes. And as mentioned by Liam earlier, anyone who wants to, as I mentioned also, you can email us at hello@pinoyvisas.co.nz for any questions regarding visas. So maraming salamat ulit. Thank you again, guys.
Maraming salamat.
Yes, and see you again on our next webinar. And just to let you know, guys, that we are going to Wellington soon.
Yes.
We will post it on our Facebook page, and we'll see you soon. Very windy, right? Bye. Have a good night.
Thank you.